Call we play on. As this one centers up for O'Kane. O'Kane being wrapped around by two white jerseys, and the Friars clear it back out. Coming out to play that one there was Ledzinski. And off the skate of Greif that takes a Friars hop, and this one scrambling down in the blue paint was Ledzinski to make the stop. So a big stop there from number 29 in blue. And it'll be a left wing circle face-off forthcoming. David Hoban will be at the face-off draw as we appear to have an issue at the scores table. Looks like one of the doors got dislodged, and now we're good. Zorn at the draw for the Ice Dons, and the face-off won by Fenwick. Michael Langbine to the far corner boards to chase it. He'll keep it himself as he rings this one off the glass. He wanted to get that one to his brother Jeremy, and this one's going to go all the way back down, and nicely done there beating out the icing was Liam McKiernan. McKiernan leaves that one off as he gets it right back. Far wing circle, shot in, and a stop made from Ori. So with just 12:42 to play here in the first, still no score. 2 shots on goal favoring the Ice Dons, 1 for the Friars. McKiernan to take the draw for the Ice Dons at the far circle. And it is initially won by the Ice Dons, and the Friars do get back out to neutral ice, and they'll ring it back in. Ledzinski to play it. Near point Meade. And we get a whistle, and it looks like we're going to get a penalty, and a cross-check's going to be called. And it'll be the Friars that are going to be on the man advantage for a couple of minutes. They're going to get Moses Palacios on the cross-check. So the Friars now go up on the man advantage for 2. 12:21 to play here in our opening period, no score. And the draw there shorthanded, goes in on a shot, and that one gets into the back of the net, as getting the second chance rebound was Joshua Venable on the power play, and it's 1-0 Friars. Getting one more look at that one as trying to see, I think that may have been Hoban who got the first shot off, so he would get credit for the assist. Either way, Venable's going to get the goal out of it. Venable with his 3rd goal of the season. Now 8 points on the year for him. And that is his first power play goal of the year, too. So 1-0 in the visiting Friars off the power play. Lutz trying to bring it on in. Spanos canceling him out defensively. As back in neutral ice, it gets back into the Ice Dons end. Spanos going up ahead. He wanted to go there for Psycho, number 38, but instead the Friars will get back in as Spanos goes clockwise with the puck to Greif. Off the boards, looking ahead for it with Psycho, but it's out of his reach, as Fortuna will control it for Fenwick. Fortuna gets it right back with a nice little stick handle move there as he comes to the near side. Michael Langbine as Mazzocchi keeps it at the near point. Battling there on the boards with Psycho, as Fortuna is the one that comes away with the puck after that battle. Off the boards as it rings around. Greif to hold it. And up ahead he'll go. And a good play there. Podgorny off the boards, passing to himself left side. Shot in as that one goes just wide. And O'Kane's going to keep it into the zone. I think some of the Friars thought it was going to be coming out to neutral ice, as the shot from O'Kane, though, had gone wide. And this one will be trying to dump it back in and eventually backhanded instead, as the penalty that was there a few minutes ago from Palacios as he tried to dump that in. This is cross-check that gave the Friars the man advantage. As now here comes Coleman the other way. Coleman with a shot and a pad save by Ori goes wide. As now it's Coleman back behind the net. Coleman on the backhand. He left that for O'Kane as Podgorny goes back behind the net to get it. He's getting mugged there and a penalty. Right on cue as Podgorny kind of had his helmet ripped a little bit. So now it'll be the Ice Dons on the man advantage for 2 with just over 10 minutes to play here in period number 1. Edward McFadden the 4th off for the 2 minutes. So now the Ice Dons with a chance to capitalize with the man advantage. Coleman at the draw for the Ice Dons. He's also out there with McMaster, O'Kane, Podgorny, and Greif. As Greif now at the top, goes to Podgorny right side as it gets skipped over to O'Kane. Devlin O'Kane. Now it's Greif to O'Kane again. O'Kane, I don't know if he planned to go around and defend it, but it still worked for his team nevertheless. McKiernan to Greif. Shot in from the point as this one gets sticked wide. And this one is going to go in and no goal. That one hit off the side of the near post. No goal, we play on. Hard to tell from our vantage point up here in the stands, but that one initially looked like it was going to be good in the back of the net, but we continue on. Officials have the better vantage point than we do, obviously. Podgorny battling along the boards. 1:10 remaining here on the power play for Notre Dame. Coleman. This one goes out to Greif. Good keep in there as he was kind of skating the other way as it was coming towards him. As rink-wide pass, it's O'Kane with the rip shot as it gets deflected right back to him, though. And then the Friars clear out. And they'll get off for a much-needed change on their penalty kill. Up ahead to O'Kane, and he'll trace this one back in his own end to reset. 40 left here on this Ice Dons power play. O'Kane to the near boards. Devlin O'Kane dumping it off for Coleman, and that one is going to hit the netting, and that will stop play with 8:55 to play here in our first period. So Kane, Greif, and McKiernan now come off and get a rest as Michael Langbein comes out there along with Tommy Spanos and Andres Zorn. Both Langbein brothers out there as Jeremy Langbein flicks it in with 25 remaining on this power play. Zorn trying to keep it in. Now Jeremy Langbein, point shot. That one is hit wide. Wraparound shot. That one doesn't go either. And that one is wide, and it may have looked like, as we get a little scuffle after the play, it may have looked initially that Ori pushed the net intentionally, maybe? Let's see. We get another look at a great view from our camera operator, Michael Anderson. You see the wraparound shot. Watch here. Ori, look at that. He pushes the net. Are they going to call something for us? I don't believe they are, but wow, that is something to really keep in mind going forward. As you clearly see on our replay, that the netminder in Santino Ori pushed the net out of its bearings for the officials to blow the play dead. I mean, in a way, you got to give credit for the creativity. But are they going to call something for this? And I think they are, actually. Yep, they are going to call that. So they are going to call it. It's going to be a two-man advantage now because of that. As sitting in the box is Tom Kamensky, number 12. So he's going to sit in there on behalf of Ori. So it was called after the fact. Some of the Ice Down fans were waiting for the initial call right away. As on this 5-on-3 for the next 12 seconds, Coleman goes out to the far point for Greif. O'Kane, a soft pass, doesn't get to him cleanly, and that's going to do it for one portion of this man advantage. So now we're back to 5-on-4 action for the next minute 42. Coleman O'Kane. Devlin O'Kane up ahead. Finds Podgorny. Podgorny now. Ranks round. That somehow gets through to O'Kane. He flips that one on in. Second chance, no. Podgorny back. Oh, he wanted that to O'Kane, but a soft pass. And now an opportunity short-handed for Agnew. Agnew as he had a trailing Venable who got the power play go earlier. It gets hit off the boards, and a shorthanded chance is stopped as Ladzinski makes the save initially, and we get a whistle as the net came undone on the Ice Don's end. Just one more look at that one. As you see the backhand hit there, and eventually you see the net coming off on the far post undone. That's the officials blowing the play dead, and looks like we did have we have another whistle. Looks like one of the Fenwick coaches is wanting to confirm something with the official, but I think we're good now. 1:10 still left here on the Ice Don's man advantage. With just 7 3/4 left here of this first period. Trying to clear that one and kind of falling away with Samuel Chota, number 5, as this one hits up into the Friars bench out of play. 7:34 remaining here in period number 1. Michael Anderson on our camera operations and our director, Tim Helms. I'm Ryan Fahey with you on the Notre Dame Ice Don's broadcast network powered by the Illinois Media School. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday night inside the Mount Prospect Ice Arena here in Mount Prospect, Illinois. Be back here tomorrow for doubleheader action. Tonight we only have varsity. Tomorrow JV and varsity will be taking on Mount Carmel as it's senior night. The band's going to be here. The cheerleading squad's going to be here. All the stops will be pulled for quite a festive night we've got for you tomorrow night. That begins at 5:10 p.m. here on the Ice Don's broadcast network. We'll be right back here. Same place, same time. Same announcer on the headset too. Same director. Why not? As this one is flipped back down off the penalty kill from the Friars. As there's 35 remaining here on the Ice Don's power play. Spanos trying to corral it. He does. Now it's ahead to Zorn. Zorn in a 2-on-2. Zorn skates to his right, flips a shot in. Ori with the stop. With the left pad, it comes out to the near boards. McMaster trying to make a play on it. And he's going to get the puck after the fact. He's going to rip a shot as that one goes just above the crossbar. Good opportunity there. And that is going to finish it as the penalty kill successful for the Friars. And we are back to 5-on-5 hockey, both teams at full strength. Spanos looking ahead to McMaster. That one doesn't get to him as that may have hit off the boards a little funky. As McMaster cornered on in there was Joshua Sherrill, number 27. Friars away with it, and an opportunity now is trying to break away down the other side as William Agnew, as his shot gets blocked in front. His second chance goes wide. Didn't get it cleanly on it, though, as it was hit off of a stick. And a settle down as the Ice Dons send it back the other way. Asguy, number 17. Now Lempa. Lempa on the back and trying to hold off 2 defenders. Somehow the Ice Dons keep possession. Psycho with the shot as that one's blocked wide from Ori. But kept it at the far point. Nice job there by the Ice Dons. As the Friars try to take control in their own zone. Still can't get it out for the moment, and now they do. As now here they come the other way. They try to get a 2-on-1 as Lutz flips it over to Agnew, the shot, and that one sitting on his bottom for it and making the stop is Ladzinski. Agnew trying to flip it for a centering shot to no avail. Ice Dons with control back, and it's flipped out to neutral ice. Now the Friars with a nice move in, and Ladzinski with the right pad stop. As this one, look out into the crowd below us. As the puck goes out of play with 4:39 now to play here in the first. We'll have the puck come back to neutral ice. It'll be McFadden to take the draw next to Coleman. And we'll see who wins the battle at center ice. It'll be Coleman. Michael Langbein trying to dump it in. Kept in. Coleman gets it right back. His right wing shot attempt is going to go flipped. And right there is Podgorny. Johnny on the spot. We're tied at 1. One more look at that one. As you're going to see the puck come into the play here. O'Kane leaving that one off for Coleman. As you're going to see here, Coleman with the shot. And right place, right time off the right pad is Podgorny to bury it into the back of the net to make it snake eyes on the scoreboard with just over 4 minutes to play here in the first. So assist to O'Kane and Coleman as Podgorny gets the goal to tie us at 1. O'Kane with his 7th assist as that one stopped there from Ladazinski. And for Podgorny, that is his 2nd goal of the year. Make it 6 points on the season for him. And for Coleman, that was his 9th assist to get him now to 21 points. He still sits 4 behind O'Kane for the team lead in points. Spanos off the draw as it rings around clockwise as Jeremy Langbein gets it. Flipped up ahead to Zorn. Zorn, as we have 4 minutes to play and a glove stop made from Santino Ori. Shots on goal favoring the Ice Dons 7-4 here so far. As the Friars come off to make some changes. McKiernan on the draw. Zorn picks up with it. Centering pass, they're looking for Jeremy Langbein. This one rinks out to McKiernan again. His shot hits off the left pad. I don't even know if Ori saw it. Talk about staying in your own blue paint there to make a stop. Ori just not moving his ground, unaware. As this one, almost a high-risk pass as Jeremy Langbein almost capitalized on a golden opportunity as he gets sandwiched down behind the net. And we're going to get a penalty as that's going to be a boarding, I believe, on McKiernan as he came in with the initial hit after a couple of players had gone down, and it'll be the Friars to the power play. So McKiernan's going to go off for a couple, and the Friars will go back to the man advantage for a couple. So McKiernan now off. It'll now be after he serves this. It'll be 74 minutes in the box this season for him. Came into tonight with 72. As off the draw, the Friars win it into the Ice Dons end. Agnew plays it back to the left point for Lutz. Lutz, as this one, a glove save. Reading that one like a book was Ladazinski. And play has stopped. Get one more look at that one as this one comes back. A nice backhand there from Agnew to flick this one over to Lutz and then getting it right back. And look at that, right into the wickets of the glove to make the stop was Ladazinski. As Meade at the far point, as that one a chest save made from Ladazinski. So now under 3 minutes to play here in the first, 2:58 on the clock, 1:39 on the power play remaining for Fenwick as we're tied at 1. Off the draw, the Ice Dons have it in their own end. Podgorny backhands it on out, and they'll clear. No changes for either side off the dump. Fenwick trying to set up a play here to the left side of the ice as going on the backhand and trying to pass to himself. There was Fortuna. And the Ice Dons get it back down. Well, it looked like some of the Ice Dons are ready to make a change, but I don't know if it was a little bit of a miscommunication as this one, Ladazinski is going to have to make the stop, and he'll ice the puck. So 59 seconds remaining on the Friars power play. 2:18 remaining in our first. You got Venable, Lutz, along with Hoban and Mead on this power play unit out there right now as they have 54 seconds to try to capitalize. Lutz, back to Hoban, left wing circle. A good stick there from Greif defensively to stop that pass. He even throws a little bit of a shove after the play. Now to the near point, Lutz dumps it back in Hoban. Hoban now as he goes to the right side for Mead again. Mead with the shot. That one may have deflected wide. McMaster trying to get the possession camp. Pass to the right side, shot in, and I think Ledezinski may have gotten a hit with it. It was right forearm pad. As Lutz centering ice pass. No, and the Ice Dons clear. 15 remaining on the Friars power play, and the Ice Dons make some changes. As McMaster trying to hold them in. Kind of gets butt sandwiched down to the ice. As the final 5 seconds will tick on down. Agnew with a final shot on the power play. That one skips wide off the left pad of Ledezinski. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey, both teams at full strength. A nice check there into the boards from Podgorny as, or I should say rather that's O'Kane, as that goes to a stick, and he'll play it on back as we now have 1 minute to go here in the first, tied at 1. Goals from Venable and Podgorny make us stand where we're at so far. As Podgorny takes a hit into the near corner boards. Trying to keep it in at the point, though, was Palacios, but he couldn't get the full handle of the puck. Ledezinski, he almost actually had that puck trail with him to his back skate. Had to get out of the way rather quickly. As this one out to the right wing circle, and coming away with it is Devlin O'Kane with 26 seconds to play here. Trying to jump around a defender, but he runs out of real estate. And it's going to stay into the zone. McMaster trying to pick up the loose change. As the pad stay from Ori as O'Kane gets taken down. As the final 10 seconds will now commence. Staying into the Friars zone. Turnaround shot from O'Kane goes wide. And he gets it on back with 5. O'Kane back behind the net. 3 seconds left. 2, 1, and 0. And that'll do it for the first period of play. It's a back and forth battle. 8 shots on goal for the Ice Dons, 5 for the Friars. But in the end, we are still tied on the scorers side of things at 1-1. We'll take a short time out, get you set for second period action in just a little bit here on the Notre Dame Ice Dons Broadcast Network.
Hi, I'm Rob Rose, and I'm one of the instructors here at Illinois Media School. I've been teaching here at the school since 2010, as a matter of fact, between Lombard and Chicago campuses. I teach radio. I work nights at 100.3 WSHE in Chicago, and I've been in the radio industry 27 years, 17 of those 27 as a station program director and operations manager, which means I hired people that came out of schools like this one. Unfortunately, places that I've been, I haven't been near schools like this, so I've had to go to places like Dunkin' Donuts and say, hey, you have a personality, would you like to try radio? So this is definitely the place to come. It's going to prepare you for absolutely everything that you need to know about the broadcast industry. We're talking radio, television, web, podcasting, absolutely everything. I keep in touch with all of my students that I've had in my classes since 2010 on Facebook and social media, and I love seeing all of the success stories. In fact, I work downtown Chicago with several graduates from this program. So get in touch with the school and take advantage of it. Make it your career. Do it now. I'm Rob Rose, nights on 100.3 WSHE in Chicago, and I am IMS.
Back here now for second period action as we're tied at 1 here on the Ice Dons Broadcast Network, powered by the Illinois Media School. I want to thank our director, Tim Helms, and on the camera operations, Michael Anderson. I'm Ryan Fay with you here on the broadcast. It'll be the Friars now going left to right on your screen here for second period action, while the Ice Dons will be going right to left. As mentioned, goals from Eric Podgorny and Joshua Venable are what we have on the scoreboard after the first 17, and away we go for period 2. Mead will get it back to neutral ice, intercepted there by Spanos. Spanos to the left side, trying to deke around a couple defenders as McMaster got the puck on it for a moment. Now John Mead loses it, turnover, shot in, and a stop made from Ori. Boy, Santino, Ori had to be quick there as a out of nowhere turnover into the Friars end on their side of things. As we only played just hair over 20 seconds of this second period of action, period of the long change. And again, just as a reminder, after the conclusion of the second period, we'll be taking our longer intermission break as they'll be resurfacing the ice. Off the draw, Psycho trying to get a shot off. Is now back coming the other way, Tom. Kamensky, and a shot and a save made from Daniel Ladazinski. So we'll get one more look at that one as they're going to come back the other way on your screen here in just a moment. There they are. As this one shot in and right there, not moving, not budging. As Ladazinski not giving up his ground in that blue paint. As off the draw, Zorn. Zorn flicks it off the boards. Trying to get a no-look there was McKiernan. That may cost him. And in the end, he'll be bailed out as Jeremy Langbine will get this out towards neutral ice. As Zorn gets tripped up by Langbine there. And back come the Friars for a moment as Zorn now gets it back out to neutral ice. Jeremy Langbine now. Back the other way. He flips a shot in, but it goes right into the glove of Santino Ori. Almost a minute played of period number 2. Again, we thank you for joining us here on this Saturday night inside the Mount Prospect Ice Arena here in Mount Prospect, Illinois. I'm Ryan Fay with you here on the Notre Dame Ice Dons broadcast network powered by the Illinois Media School. Rather chilly in here in the Mount Prospect Ice Arena with the cold weather, and, well, we're at a cold rink. As this one off the initial shot, Ladazinski had to shove away a Friar so just so we could have separation in the blue paint. Sherrill dumps it back in. Venable tries to keep it in play, but it backs out to neutral ice and trickles into the Friars zone. John Meade goes back to play it. And O'Kane with a nice steal in there, and is that what hit off the side of the post? It looked like second chance opportunity trying to clean up the damage there was Coleman, but that one stopped by Ori. Is now back the other way, Agnew. Leaves that one back for Hoban. And that one, Ladazinski tried to make a one-hop glove save, but he'd rather stay in his own net on that one. Far point keep in, shot in, deflects out for a moment, nice save, and a second chance opportunity also stopped. And this one gets back down to neutral ice and cleared. Ori comes out to play it. Coleman with an active stick at neutral ice, flicks it off the boards as Lempa goes back in to chase it. Lempa, as his other teammates came off for changes, undermanned in this instance. Venable with a nice stop on a dime as he leads the charge back the other way. Michael Langbine, as that centering pass, had there been a white jersey around, that could have led to some damage. Lempa trying to create some of his own, but an errant pass does not work out. McMaster, he takes a big hit there from Di Silvestro. Quite the size mismatch, probably about 3 or 4 inches of height given up on that one. Lempa, as he gets it up ahead off the near boards. Lempa off the boards and back into the Friars' end. McMaster goes back in. And he leaves that one off as Jeremy Langbine had the hotter momentum getting towards the puck. McKiernan with a nice block off for Greif. As that shot trickles just wide off of a stick deflection. Looked like it may have hit off of a Friar stick. As Greif now winds up, tees a shot that goes and deflects wide. Spanos with the keep in. And the Friars interception gets it back out to neutral ice. Spanos for McKiernan. McKiernan now trying to turn on the Jets into a third gear. McKiernan all by himself. Pad save made by Ori. Greif left point. Flicks a shot in as Jeremy Langbine tried to get the proper deflection. Didn't get it the way he had preferred. As Spanos leaves it off. Friars come away with it. And that one, I believe, it may have hit actually a player off of the Friars bench and slow to get up after the play. Looks like that was Joshua Sherrill, I want to say that's down. take another look as you see the last rush there from the Ice Dons. Nice right pad save there from Ori nevertheless, as we have just over 13 minutes to play here in the second period. I think rather that it's Jack Fortuna, number 22, that's down. Or excuse me, it's his brother Ryan down on the ice. I mentioned the puck there that as he was coming on to make a change, as he'll be helped off the bench, he appears to be favoring his left leg. So he'll get checked out. As they're going to take one more look. And oh, look at that. You see, if we can wind it up back just a couple of seconds there, Tim. See, it takes a big hit. Nothing called on it, as that was Zorn that was coming in initially. And we can play it again. And boom, right there, you see it right at the blue line. Great work from our guys behind the scenes to show that one as to the reason for the injury. And I think it looked like his too when his body was going down. His leg kind of shifted in a funny manner. As Podgorny now, as we get play back underway, flicks it on to Coleman. O'Kane leaves it for Palacios at the point. Shot is intercepted from Lutz, and that one almost got stuck up in the jersey there of Mazzocchi, number 36 in white. Podgorny stuck to the near corner boards. And now I'll go back around for Coleman as we now have under 12 and a half to go here in the second, still tied at 1. O'Kane. Michael Langbein trying to get this one out to neutralize, finally does, but a Friar stick back to play it. Podgorny active there in neutral ice. Gets possession for the Ice Dons. Flicks this one off the glass. Coleman doesn't know where the puck was initially. As just outside the blue paint, it'll now go into the Ice Dons' end. Michael Langbein now goes up ahead for O'Kane. And Sherrill gets it at the red line at center ice. Centering pass there, doesn't hit any, it's a couple of sticks out. Now back to Michael Langbein. As the Friars make some changes, it's dumped back in. And the Ice Dons will make some changes too to their side of things. Palacios now loses that one to Agnew. Venable, his shot there in the left pad save from Ladizinski. O'Kane loses the battle there to Lutz, who will work clockwise now behind the net. Lutz on the backhand, goes forehand back around the net. Little give and go action as it's back to Venable. And this one stuck to the right side of Ladizinski for a moment as Lutz plays left side. Agnew trying to backhand center it, but no. Now here come the Ice Dons looking to counter back the other way. They may have a 3-on-2 as Devlin O'Kane tries to rip a shot, and that's blocked out in front. And now it's the Friars trying to counter, but a great stick from Spanos to intercept that one from developing any further. Lempa bodies off Venable. This is action happening right in front of us here. Hoban dumps back in. Lazinski will not play this one. He rather stays home in the blue paint. Grave trying to play in a centering pass, and a second stop also made. Staying home there, Ladizinski square to the puck. That's the best chance so far from the Friars here in this second period. Now Samuel Chota now on the right side. On the backhand, he's trying to keep possession, and Psycho's going to come away with it for the Ice Dons. Psycho now. That gets deflected back, and I don't think anybody, I think the Ice Dons had to wait about another second or so to touch it before they were going to be called for too many men, as this shot going just wide of the net. Kept in left point, Michael Langbein rings it back in behind the net to Zorn now. Zorn chases on the backhand. Zorn. There's a stick's lost in the process. Palacios keeps it back in. McKiernan couldn't get an opportunity out of it. Somehow keeps it in the zone for an extra minute. Under 9.5 to play now here in the second. Still tied at 1. Jeremy Langbein wins the battle there as he gets taken down hard. No penalty call. We play on. Spanos left point. Winds up for a shot. Deflects wide. as Zorn backhands around looking for Jeremy Langbine. Look, does he want to get that to his brother Michael? Now here comes Lutz on a breakaway opportunity. Lutz in, and that one is going to go into the back of the net. Ooh, it looked like it hit off the skate of Spanos. As Aiden Lutz on the breakaway gives the visiting Friars a 2-1 lead with just under now 9 minutes to play here in period number 2. So as we'll take one more look, you're going to see Lutz coming in on the breakaway. You see the first stop made, and yeah, that hits off of Spanos on the second chance rebound. Credit to Ladazinski to make the original stop, but Spanos, wrong place, wrong time. And we get a whistle and a stoppage of play, and I think we're going to redo the, or I think they actually called icing, excuse me. Either way, 2-1 the goal stands. Aiden Lutz with the tally, as that's now his 10th goal on the season. He's now the second Friar this season to get into the double-digit goals column. He's now third on the team, right behind Jack Fortuna with 17 points. Jack having 18 on the year. And their leading point scorer, William Agnew, with 19 on the season. Sherrill, he almost trips himself up along the near boards. Sherrill now off a turnover. Sherrill's going to skate in. Boy, he has a lot of room in front. And a awkward save on the spot as Ladazinski kind of got all caught up in himself there. Not sure what to do with his left arm to make the stop, but either way, he makes it. Shots on goal, 10 apiece now between both sides, the Friars and the Ice Dons. Near right wing circle face-off. McFadden will take the draw for the Friars, as he'll be facing Nolan Zaguire, number 17. And you see Michael Langbine and William Agnew kind of doing the old hockey false start. And after the offsetting false starts that were not called for any penalties, we get play back underway. Palacios got taken down. Ice Dons clear out. Michael Langbine off the glass. And that'll rip on back in, but that will not be touched into the other end of the zone, and it will go down for an icing. Just under 8 minutes to play here in the second period of action. 2-1 Friars as they have the lead. Right wing circle draw as McFadden won the battle. Centering pass. That one gets through about 5 or 6 sticks, actually, in that high trafficked area. As McMaster gets it left side. Centers it there. Nobody home. Venable. As that one will go out wide outside of the zone into center ice. Venable flips in. Agnew leaves it for McFadden, who had a wide open lane in front of him had he gotten the puck cleanly. And McMaster will throw that one back in, and he'll go off for a change along with the other 5 out there for the Ice Dons. A whole new group now for Notre Dame. As on the turnover, Devlin O'Kane. Devlin O'Kane flicks a shot in as that one goes wide. Coleman tried to play it back to Spanos, but the Friars read that one. As this one left back in, Podgorny falling down to keep it in towards Coleman. As now O'Kane sets up, that deflects out. As Venable will get it out to neutral ice. Greif once again throws it in. And a second opportunity has fallen down on the stop there was Ori. And he ices the puck and play has stopped. 6.5 to go here in the second. Again, we'll have our intermission timeout coming up as they'll be resurfacing the ice, and then we'll get you back set for third period action and a little bit after that. As off the draw, it's controlled by the Friars. And last time these two teams saw each other was a convincing 5-1 win for the Ice Dons back on November 16th, 2018. They were over Notre Dame being the road team in that contest as centering pass there. And Ori kind of looked like he may have threw an extra stick at McKiernan for trying to slow down his momentum and not try to center that pass accurately. McKiernan trying to come away with that off the boards, can't. And it stays in for a moment as the offside's arm goes up. So the Ice Dons have to clear back out. Greif now gets it back to Jeremy Langbine on the left corner boards for McKiernan. McKiernan centering there, wanted Spanos, but that gets over his stick as it got lifted. As play at neutral ice. Go to Greif, who flips it to Jeremy Langbine. Jeremy Langbine falling down, trying to get the pass off. Greif picks up the loose change at the near point. As off the glass, takes a funny hop in front. A scramble for it. As now it goes to Spanos at the far right point. Left pass now for McKiernan. And a right side save made from Ori. Zorn lost the handle, tries to backhand his way in. And a second chance is off the side of the post. Third chance. Scramble for it in the blue paint. And the whistle and play has blown dead. As a massive scramble in the blue paint. As we now have under 5 minutes to go here in the second. We'll take one more look at that. Credit to Zorn to just keep the play alive as Jeremy Langbine right in front of Ori, the netminder, falling down and laying on his back to eventually ice the puck. And that also coming undone in the process. So a left wing circle face-off coming. Or actually, they're going to put this onto the other side. Zaguire to take the draw for the Ice Dons. Off the draw, Psycho comes away with it. His shot into the glove of Ori for the save. So far, one goal in this second period. And that belongs to Aiden Lutz of the Friars. And off the immediate faceoff, Ori just ices that one. I don't even think the clock started off the faceoff for that instance. Psycho to Lempa, far corner. There's four bodies back there battling for the puck. Lempa kicks it out, soccer-esque, as this is deflected wide off the initial shot. It's to Venable as Palacios try to keep the play going. Agnew was looking for Lutz. That one, too much heat on that one. We could all use some heat in the Chicagoland area the next coming week. As this one deflects towards the point. Nice keep in there on the backhand is Mead. That shot deflects out. And Mead didn't know where the puck was. Stays into Lutz, who's backhanded attempt to center it. Nobody home. A wind-up attempt from Sherrill. Misfires as Lempa gets it back. Sherrill keeps in at the point. And an interception as trying to flick it out originally was Palacios. As he gets it now right back in neutral ice. Lutz. Lutz carrying it in all by himself. His shot! And a stop made from Ladazinski, who had to throw his left shoulder at the near post to make the stop. Make sure he had his bearing secure on top of it as we have 3.5 to go here in the second period. And Notre Dame outshot Fenwick in the contest back on November 16th, 35-24. An 11-shot advantage into that 5-1 victory that they had a couple of months. McMaster brings it into the zone. Stops on the backhand as he goes out to the point for Spanos. Spanos gets it in. He had some room in front of him if he wanted to, too. As Greif now will try to pick up the loose change. McMaster back behind the net. Manages to keep it himself. He centered it out cleanly, but no ice down was around as Greif keeps it in the zone. His centering pass, nobody home as well either. Stick was just too late there from Podgorny. Now Di Silvestro the other way as we now have under 3 minutes to play. Ryan Fortuna, we saw him get injured earlier. Good to see him back out on the ice. As Spanos now will flick out to neutral ice, and this should go down. Oh, and the puck put on some tailspin and not have that one be an icing. Couldn't do that again if he tried. As Jack Fortuna now intercepts. As now Jack Fortuna. Good stick there from Palacios. And that's lost to McMaster. McMaster trying to pass it to himself as the Friars were also making a change, but to no avail. As Jack Fortuna will circle back in his own zone and reset. Jack Fortuna going coast to coast here with the puck. Leaving that one off. And this one just gets out. It would have been an offsides. Jeremy Langbein staying on side. Well done. Coleman trying to bring it in. And he gets bodied off the puck. As Jed may have actually hit the official on the left side there. As McKiernan now will flick it back in. Deflects off the glove of Ori. Zorn will pick it back up. McKiernan throws it back in towards behind the net. Sherrill now will leave that one as Ori. I think he wanted to ice the puck, but his teammates out there said, no, we got it. McKiernan with the backhand. So we now have 1:20 to go here in the second. Palacios right point. Off the boards and back in behind the net again. A lot of time being taken off here in this end of the zone on this sequence. It's now Greif. To Spanos, rips the shot. As that one, I think, may have deflected off Ori as it went to his left. As Zorn, some of the fans want a hooking call, not going to get it. As Greif from the left point. That one flicks up. As McKiernan, that would have been I believe, a hand pass. As either way, they don't call it. Had the play developed after the initial look of that hand pass, it would have been blown dead. As now it gets back out to neutral ice as we approach the half-minute mark of the second period. Both teams go off for changes. This one goes up ahead. What a pass. Agnew was staying on sides too as his shot deflects wide. Now with 20 seconds, Icedowns try to counter. Here comes O'Kane. Devlin O'Kane centers it. Coleman couldn't get the handle on the puck, and that chance there is also stopped. What a play from Santino Ori. Point blank. As you take a look at O'Kane in his 3-on-2, what a pass to Coleman. He didn't have it cleanly, but somehow able to get a nice rip on the shot. As that was Podgorny, number 61, who's already got a goal here tonight. So now off the face-off, it was Coleman, is now ripping that one in. A save made from Ori. That was O'Kane. That one hits off the glass as the final few seconds will tick on down, and that's going to do it for the second period. Icedowns have had their chances, but it's the Friars that have the edge on the scoreboard as both teams will head to the locker rooms and they'll get the resurface of the ice going. 2-1 Fenwick with the lead over the Icedowns. We'll be back in a bit for third period action here on the Notre Dame Icedowns Broadcast Network, powered by the Illinois Media School.
What originally brought me to the Illinois Media School was my love for sports radio. In high school, I became a huge 670 The Score fan and wanted to be part of sports radio. So after trying a couple other things and I'm not really being what I wanted to do, I found my passion for media and especially sports radio at the Illinois Media School. What I enjoy is finding like-minded people like myself that have a passion for the media industry and are willing to do whatever it takes to reach their goals and be what they want to be in this industry. And that's what I like about the students you continue to see at the Illinois Media School. A lot of talent, a lot of drive, and that pushes you to be better as well as making everybody's work better on top of that. My name's Rick Camp. I'm a producer at 670 The Score. I'm an instructor at the Illinois Media School, and I am IMS.
Hi, my name is Peyton Adams. I work for US 99.5 in Chicago, and the reason I came to the Illinois Media School to be a teacher was because I didn't have a mentor growing up in the business, I should say. I did a lot of learning on my own, kind of going out there in the world and just exploring and learning as I go. When I got my first radio job, I really didn't know anything. It was just a learning curve from there, and I had a few people help me along the way, but I felt like this would be a great place for me to come and utilize my skills and my talents to help these students get to the next level. I love to be here. I love to be a part of their daily activities and help them and guide them and help them with editing, help them build their confidence and just really find who they are and find their voice and what they want to do. The students that attend here, it can be a mixture of anybody, fresh out of high school to somebody in their 50s. And that's what I like about it here, is that you get a mixture of everybody. You get people who are, young and eager and hungry, and people who have already had careers that kind of want to do what their dream is and live out their dreams. So the students here are driven, they're focused, they're ready, and they want it. And that's what I love so much about teaching here, is just seeing the creativity and hearing about what their ideas are and seeing what they do and what kind of projects they do. It's really a great environment for like-minded people that want to excel. And that's one thing that I noticed in all the students here, is they just really do a great job in grabbing the bull by the horns and going for it. So I really love that about working with them. My name is Peyton Adams. I work for US 99.5 on air, and I'm an instructor here at IMS, and I am IMS.
I got started at IMS. I think I heard a radio commercial. It was just all about media and broadcasting, and at the time I was DJing and I wanted to take it to the next step, and I wanted more people to hear what I was playing and my opinion on music. So I went out, emailed them, they're like, hey, come on, check out the campus and let's see what's going on. Found out that they actually had a radio there that I could DJ on, which was a great opportunity for me. They taught me how to just create a show. IMS really opened my eyes to producing your own show, and there's more to it than just playing music and DJing and mixing the songs in. You actually have to talk and create a show, entertain people, maybe talk about social media even. There's always stuff going on. IMS really helped me open my eyes to what a radio show is, and how to promote myself. So all the teachers actually work in the industry, and they have so many contacts, so many things that you need to know that you just got to get out of them. They're always open to talking, always open to giving you information, letting you know what you need to do to get to the next step. Being one of the students, I thought one of the best things for me was how creative everyone was. Everyone had their own creative intake and input on projects. You get to work with groups, also you get to work alone, but with the group projects, each individual person had their own say on where would you shoot something, how would you record something, just the script, copy points. Like, people, you would really feed off of the other students. If you thought you were stuck or you just had no creativity on something, everyone would always help you out and kind of push you to the next level because, hey, you got to be the best. We're all out there trying to get a job in the broadcasting world, and the students really helped. My name's Mitch Titan. I work promotions at Star 105.5. I went to the Lombard campus, and I am IMS.
Well, I got started back in 2010. I was freelance sports writing for a couple different newspapers with the Sun-Times, and I wasn't really finding a permanent job, which is what I really wanted. And I would always hear those commercials on the radio about ICB, and I finally went in, and everyone was pretty welcoming. While I was there, all the instructors were very helpful, and it's just a great place to take advantage of their internships. I mean, you can get pretty much any internship you want if you put your mind to it. I know while I was there, I interned both at Comcast Sportsnet Chicago and at The Score, both at the same time. So they give you the options, but you need to work for it yourself. You can't just sit back and expect everything to come to you and everything to be served to you on a platter, because that's not how the world works, and that's not how anywhere works. And although I still have a full-time job here at 23, I still like to get out and do broadcasts with IMS. Even this past summer and spring, spending time doing games for Aurora Borealis, because it's still good, even though I'm doing this job in the studio, I'm stuck in the studio, I don't really still get those opportunities to go out and call soccer games, call whatever games, and still, even just, helping out current students that are there, they like to hear the advice from me, so I always like to still get out and do stuff like that. My name is Mike Buda. I'm the weekend sports anchor at Channel 23 News in Rockford, and I am IMS.
I decided to go to the Illinois Media School because I realized after I finished college the first time that I really wanted to work in media, and this was the best option for someone who had a job and was busy but still wanted to get the career that they were looking for. One of my favorite things about going to the Illinois Media School was the fact that you had to and got to do everything. It wasn't like a classroom where, oh, well, this person gets to use the camera, this person gets to use the radio, and then everyone else just watches. In fact, everyone did everything together, and it definitely showed what you could do and what you needed help on. It wasn't a guessing game, everything was just there. There are so many different people inside one school at the Illinois Media School. You have people who want to be on camera or behind the mic, and then people who want to work in production, and it's awesome to work together as a team to produce a radio show and a TV cast. And it doesn't matter how old you are, who you are, everybody is at the school. I'm Michelle Abraham. I'm an on-air personality at 97 ZOK, and I am IMS.
I went to the Illinois Media School because I wanted a job in broadcasting. It was always my dream. I would see, radio stations out at different events or different concerts, and I'd say, man, how do you get that job? And the Illinois Media School made that possible. What I enjoyed most about my time at IMS was the fact that I was taught by industry professionals. I knew if I had any question, those pros would know exactly how to answer it. I would describe the students at IMS as people who are dedicated, people who want the same things that I want, whether it be television, broadcasting, on the web, and everything in between. We're all one cohesive group who all have the same goal, and that's what really, really helps make your dreams come true. I'm Lori Williams. I am the midday on-air host for WKGL FM 96.7 The Eagle, and I am IMS.
How did I get started at IMS? Well, I was driving through the Chicagoland area and I heard a commercial from Matabatacola on the Score, and I said, hey, I could probably do this sports thing. Signed up, got into the school, found out really quickly that no, I can't do the sports thing. But luckily, I found out I'm really into music and I know how to talk on the air about it. So I switched my focus over to music, and lo and behold, I graduated a little bit later after that. I got a job at Star 105.5 in the McHenry County area. Shortly after there, I got a job up here in Appleton, Oshkosh, Green Bay, Wisconsin, where I'm currently the afternoon host and the assistant program director for 2 country radio stations. What do I think about my time at IMS? I learned so much, and here's what I learned, is that it's not just what you can do on the air, it's about working with other people. I had a great class of fellow broadcasters that I learned a lot from, who we shared with one another, bounced ideas off of one another. We collaborated really well. And some of them went on to do weather in Colorado, then a few of them work in Rockford, some work in sports full-time. It's been an amazing experience going to IMS. My name is Joseph Pitt. I'm the assistant program director for Nash FM 99.5 and Nash FM 104.9. I am a graduate of the Lombard campus, and I am IMS.
I got started at IMS through a good friend of mine and a colleague at 670 The Score, Rick Camp, who knew I was an instructor at other universities and knew I was looking to get into a place with passionate students who know what they want to do. They know this is what they want to do for a living, and I have absolutely found that in my time here at IMS. The students are driven.
Back with you here inside the Mount Prospect Ice Arena as we're getting set for third period action. Our score is at 2-1 in favor of the Fenwick Friars over the Notre Dame College Prep Ice Dons. Thanks for joining us here on the Notre Dame Ice Dons Broadcast Network, powered by the Illinois Media School. I'm Ryan Fahey with you. Again, just as a programming reminder, we've got doubleheader action tomorrow as both JV and Varsity will be taking on Mount Carmel on senior night tomorrow. Here inside the Mount Prospect Ice Arena, we'll be having the JV game start at 5:10 p.m. for a puck drop tomorrow. And then after the conclusion of the JV game, we'll be having our senior night festivities conducted here at the Mount Prospect Ice Arena. Then after that, we'll have the varsity game between Mount Carmel and Notre Dame. So as the Nets get back out onto the ice, we'll get set for third period action. As you take a look for Fenwick, they got a couple of more games coming up in conference portion of the season. They'll be back at it tomorrow as they'll be on the road to Marmion Academy for a 5:20 p.m. puck drop at that one. And then they'll conclude their conference portion of the year at the Edge Ice Arena over out in Bensenville when they'll be taking on Providence Catholic next Tuesday for one of those great 8:50 p.m. puck drops. So stay up late if you're going to be keeping an eye on that one. Ice Dons will be going left to right as they were for period number 1, and the Friars of Fenwick will be going right to left. I mentioned these two teams met back on November 16th, in which Notre Dame dominated that one on the road by a score of 5-1. They had scored 2 goals in the second and third period after a 1-1 tie after the first period of action back on November 16th. Similar fashion as to how the first period started here as we were tied at 1, and the 1 goal from Fenwick in the second is where we have it at 2-1. Goals from Joshua Venable and Aiden Lutz have the 2 for Fenwick, and the 1 for the Ice Dons, Eric Podgorny. Joshua Venables, by the way, also on a power play. So now that we get set for third period action, we'll see if Notre Dame can get one game within the 500 mark of their season, and off we go for third period action. Gray flicks it off the boards. Deflects off of Spanos. Venable is going to wind up for the shot, and getting that one with the left arm to make the save was Ladazinski. So just 14 seconds of this final period of regulation go off before that shot. Shots at 12-11 on goal in favor of the Ice Dons. Still trailing by 1, though, in the contest. As Coleman will take the draw for the Ice Dons. Doesn't win it, though, as Lutz wins the battle. As Greif hits it off the skates of O'Kane. Battle the near corner. Skitters out to O'Kane. And now to Coleman. Coleman, right side. His shot gets deflected off the skate of Mead. Stays back into the Friars' end. Podgorny sticking with it. Puck kind of stuck along the boards there as O'Kane tried to get a body on it but couldn't. As now the Friars trying to counter the other way. Nice stick move there was Lutz. Gets taken down from behind. That one a point-blank save made from Ladazinski. Back out to neutral ice. Venable. As the Ice Dons make a change. Coming on the ice there is McKiernan. He puts on the brakes. Waits for some reinforcements. Finds Palacios. Palacios winds up a shot. And a just save made from Santino Ori. Just over 15 and a half to play here in the third. We'll get one more look at the last sequence from Ladazinski's save. As you see it right there, couple of stick handles from the stick of William Agnew. And Ladazinski standing tall is immediately off the face-off. Ori makes the stop. Should be 13 shots on goal now for the Ice Dons. Only 11 for the Friars. Back and forth defensive battle for the most part. Off the face-off, McKiernan rips that one wide. Jeremy Langbine for Zorn, who rings it in counterclockwise. Jeremy Langbine goes back to play at his brother Michael out at the defensive spot towards the right point. McKiernan back in, going up against Ryan Fortuna. I mentioned he suffered a left leg injury. It appeared back in the second period. Good to see he's back out there. As McKiernan with the no-looker for Zorn, and he scores! Go to the top shelf, and we're tied at 2. Get one more look as McKiernan putting on the brakes, leaving that one off for Zorn. And I don't think it got deflected in front. That should be Zorn's goal. As it looked like Ori just got flat out screened. Couldn't see where the puck was. As he delivers, and we're tied at 2. So McKiernan will get the assist on it. And Zorn now with the goal. As for Zorn, that's his 5th goal of the season. And we are tied at 2 in the early stages of period number 3. Spanos. When you look at that replay, it looked like just a defensive stance there by one of the Friars, or he just couldn't flat out see it in front of his own man. Greif now. Psycho takes a big hit right at the blue line. As Mead now comes back the other way with the puck. Greif dumps that one in, and we get a whistle, and an offsides has been called. So 2-2. 14-13 to play here in the third. Face-off will come just outside the blue line. It'll be Coleman and Lutz to take the draw. And Coleman wins the battle. Palacios looks ahead for Coleman as that gets back into the Friars zone. Ryan Fortuna to play it. Keeping that one in there is Podgorny. Podgorny with a wraparound attempt. That one staying there off the left pad of Ori. Michael Langbine couldn't keep it in at the point. As now it's a potential 2-on-1. It almost could have been. As now quickly the other way, a 3-on-2 for the Ice Dons. Here's O'Kane skating in. And a glove stop from Ori. That one just got over the top of the crossbar on the second chance. O'Kane with it right back. Devlin O'Kane. A save made from Ori again. Podgorny had his own hands on the glass as O'Kane leaves it for Michael Langbein. Langbein rips a shot and a stop made. Second chance gets back out of the zone. Intensity on the offensive side picking up for the Ice Dons. O'Kane with a couple of nice moves. That shot deflected off the right pads of Ori. Coleman trying to pick up the loose change. O'Kane skates around. Centering pass, Podgorny never got to him. O'Kane sticks with it, and he scores! Devlin O'Kane gives the Ice Dons the 3-2 lead with just over 13 minutes to go here in the third period. Team leading 19th goal of the season, as that looks like we may be giving that as an unassisted goal, as O'Kane just rips it past the glove side of Ori. So O'Kane now with his second point of the contest, 25 points on the season, and it's 3-2 Ice Dons. Jeremy Langbein shoved into the near boards. Keeps the puck of possession. That shot in off the side of the net, as Zorn sticks with it on the backhand. He gets bodied off the puck, and the Friars will clear back out. And that's going to be an offsides, as racing in a hair too quickly there was David Oben, number 3. So the faceoff will come just outside the blue line. But what a turnaround here to begin this third period of action. 2 unanswered goals. First from Andreas Zorn and then Devlin O'Kane to give the Ice Dons a 3-2 lead. And now Zorn trying to maybe add on to that here as he gets racing back the other way. Zorn with the shot, and a stop made and a save from Santino Ori. All Ice Dons here so far through almost 5 minutes of the third period. Thomas Schrantz now to take the draw for the Ice Dons. He does not win it though, however, as he loses the battle to Lutz. As now puck trying to, as they were looking for Agnew, goes over his head. Agnew, though, gets it to the near corner boards. Ryan Fortuna at the point. That shot, that's wide. As Venable will pick up the loose piece to Lutz. Goes right back. Venable on the give and go. As that one, a scrambling save. And somehow, Lenazinski was able to pick up a scrambling puck in the air to settle things down and stop play with just under 12 minutes to go here in the third. Officials having a conversation about with some of the players within that blue paint as you get one more look at that attempt. As you're going to see the puck up in the air there for that split second, and the second chance in the air save made from Ladazinski. As Coleman on the draw wins it for the Ice Dons. And this one, a sand iron chip shot out to center ice. I'm trying to think one more of the thoughts here, people. Sorry. O'Kane now. O'Kane. Cross ring pass, nobody home. Coleman to Spanos. Spanos tees up a shot, deflected in front, and it's going to be put into the back of the net. Dylan Coleman adds on to the lead, 4-2 Ice Dons. So Coleman now with his second point of the night. You look one more time here, Spanos with the initial shot. It deflects off of Podgorny's stick. And it actually looks like it may have been a Friar stick that essentially passed it to Dylan Coleman. So I think it may only just be one player that gets the assist. Hard to see officially from our replay if that was a Friar stick that did. If we can get maybe one more look at it, as a timeout on the ice has been called by Fenwick, as they are all out of sorts here defensively, now trailing 4-2. Let's get one more look at this. Great work from our director, Tim Helms, to give you a second look. As you see the initial deflection, and if we can maybe back that up one more time, and go back a few more frames, get one last look. See if we can get a number on who that was. And actually, if we're going to say that was against on the Friar stick, that was Samuel Chota, who I guess you could give the hockey assist to him, even though that wasn't for his team. And great work from our director, Tim Ells, to slow that one down for us to break down. 18-11 shots on goal now in favor of the Ice Dons. 3 unanswered here in the third. 4-2 the lead. So Fenwick using their timeout there to just kind of hit the refresh button, as there's 11:31 to play here in the third. Off the draw at Spanos. Notre Dame looking for their 8th win of the year if this result can hold. Podgorny lost it at neutral ice and got it right back. Greif dumps it in. Ori, as he gets hit off there from Ori, who's even going to lay in on a hit. As Meade also exchanging some pleasantries there. Probably not asking where they're going for dinner after this. And see if a penalty comes of it. As you see here, you see Ori with not maybe that look per se, as we forward on the replay, and Ori actually is going to have to head off. Yeah, you see that second and unnecessary, so he's off. So then in this case, see who's coming in now for, looks like it'll be Francis Bertuca, number 30. So Bertuca now in net for the Friars. So Ori's done now after the cross check on that one. So he'll be, or is he coming back? All right, actually they're going to send him off. So that'll be the end of the night for Santino Ori. So he'll be off to serve that one from his own locker room for the remainder of the contest, as the coach sent him off. So Bertuca now in net. Ori's been sent off. And a power play here for the Ice Dons on a 5-on-4 now for the next couple of minutes. Battle won by the Ice Dons on the face-off. O'Kane at the boards. It's Greif. Keeps the puck back in. And a baseball swing from Coleman. Ground ball to the near board. Stays into the Friar zone for a momentary second. Maybe he plays baseball in the summer. Nice handles with the stick there. Wasn't a high stick, though. This dumps back in behind the Ice Dons net. Podgorny plays it back. And it's O'Kane to Greif. You got O'Kane, Greif, Podgorny, McKiernan, and Coleman out there on this power play unit. Well, that deflects awkwardly off Greif, and this one will go back into the Ice Dons end. You've got Venable, Meade, Lutz, and Agnew as the penalty kill unit out there right now for the Friars. As McKiernan shot, and Bertuca actually looked behind him for a moment after making the save. He wasn't confident he fully had it, but he makes a stop with just over 10 minutes to play here in the third. 1:05 to go here on the Ice Dons power play. Take one more look at that as McKiernan, all time in the world, just ripped the shot, trying to go short side on Bertuca. Give the numbers on Bertuca. 9 games this year. He's yet to win one. He's 0-6. 82% save percentage and allowing 6.99 goals a game. The 2 wins from Fenwick this year have come with when Ori's been in the back of the net. As this show, that may have hit off the side of the post as O'Kane was looking for his second goal of the night. As he'll skate back out towards the blue line. Leaves it now for Zorn. Greif keeps it at the near point with 30 seconds now remaining on the power play. McKiernan trying to go short side for a deflection. No goal. No goal as Zorn tried to continue the play after the whistle had gone. The Friars took exception to that. And we may be seeing some penalties and or another ejection perhaps. As you see Zorn, you see whistle had gone. Zorn tried to continue the play. And you see all the Friars kind of zoning in on number 5 in the dark blue, taking exception to the play after the whistle, as I think that's what they got Zorn going off for. And also then after the play, roughing from Tom Kamensky, number 12. So I think for now we may be having 4-on-3 hockey based on the men in the box at this moment. Or could this be a misconduct? Now we got 3 men in the box. We have the one that was in there for Ori as he got sent off a little earlier. And you got some of the, you can even see Zorn chatting up with the mates from Fenwick, still jawing after the play had concluded. So we'll have this all sorted out in a minute, but it looks like we're going to have 4-on-3 hockey. As currently, that's how many out there for each side. It'd be Ice Dons with 4 out there and 3 for the Friars. So that's what it looks like we've got. So now they put the second penalty out there. So we'll finish off the Ori penalty in a moment with 27 seconds to remain on that. So 4-on-3 hockey here for 27 seconds. And then we'll go to 4-on-4 action for 1 minute and 33. So assuming we get everything settled at the scorers table. Now we'll get play back underway. So actually, it looks like they took off a penalty off the Notre Dame side. So we're going to correct it. It's 5-on-3 hockey now for 25 seconds for the Ice Dots. Shot it quickly off the faceoff from the hands of Podgorny. And Bertuca makes the save. 22 seconds remaining here on the 5-on-3. So I think with that, I think it's going to be a game misconduct if they took it off and Zorn's in the box. So Zorn will stay in there to serve that one out. It will not negate the amount of players on the ice for Notre Dame. As now Podgorny, 15 left on this 5-on-3. A lot of room on the ice here for the Ice Downs with 10. That stick deflected in front. Good job there from Lutz. It's Podgorny now. Has that shot ripped wide. And now we'll be at 5-on-4 for 1 minute 33. Coleman rings it out to Greif, far point. He puts on the brakes, leaves it for Coleman, who dumps back in looking for McKiernan. McKiernan now. Does that one go behind the Mead? And that dumps off the glass, and the Friars clear out. And now it's a race. Lutz trying to chase after it, and O'Kane's going to win the battle. As we now have 1 minute to go here on this Ice Dons power play, and that deflects right back into the Ice Dons end. As that'll chew up more clock in favor of the Friars penalty kill. Spanos. As McKiernan got kind of tied up there with the puck. As O'Kane tries to sound out. A lot of time in their own end here on this power play in the last 20 or so seconds. Podgorny with 35 to go on this 5-on-4 advantage. He leaves that one off for Coleman, looking for O'Kane. And a whistle. And the net came undone. Actually, what do we have? Actually, no penalty there, so it looks like, yeah, it is because of the net. Players are exchanging words after the play. Wasn't sure if there was going to be anything coming from it. Just under 8 minutes to go. 4-2 Ice Dons. Again, we'll be back here tomorrow night for doubleheader action with JV and Varsity as Spanos' shot is blocked out in front. Be taking out Mount Carmel on Senior Day here at the Mount Prospect Ice Arena. as McMaster has it to leave for Spanos. Now for Jeremy Langbine. 5 on the power play left as he tumbles into the boards, and that'll do it on the penalty kill for the Friars. Both teams now back to 5-on-5. This one will be raced all the way back down, and it'll go for a Fenwick icing. 7 and some change left here to go in the third. Again, our JV match tomorrow will begin at 5:10. And after the conclusion of the JV game, we'll be having our senior night festivities. And then after the conclusion of that, we'll have the varsity matchup between Notre Dame and Mount Carmel. We'll have all that for you and more on the Notre Dame Ice Dons broadcast network powered by the Illinois Media School. Schrantz going to battle with this. It's stuck in the near corner boards, just off the side of your screen. Puck still battling along the boards. Jeremy Langbine tries to go for a shot off the point. As now it's Fortuna. Lempa. Leave this one for Schrantz. Schrantz, that one almost dribbled into the blue paint on the left side of Bertuca. Lempa sticks with it as we have 6.5 now to go, and he gets taken down in a penalty. It's going to be a cross check, and I think they're getting that on Schrantz as they pointed at him initially. And he is going to be the one that is sent off. So now the Friars will go to the power play for 2 minutes. Off the face-off, Friars power play begins. You've got Greif, Spanos, McKiernan, and Zorn on the penalty kill as that clears back out to neutral ice. And on the power play, you've got Agnew, Venable, Lutz, in addition to Hoban and Mead. As we now approach 6 minutes to go here in the third. 4-2 Ice Dons, 3 unanswered goals after Fenwick had a 2-1 lead after 2 periods of action. As this one stays alive for a moment, and that goes just wide of the right pad. Ladazinski, and this gets sent back down into the Friars' end. 1:18 to go on their power play. Mead goes to Venable. Now Lutz. Lutz at the left point. Now to the left wing circle. Lutz goes to the right now as he finds that one. Now Venable streaking in as that one goes just over the top of the crossbar. Ladazinski with a nice job trying to get the glove on it. As 47 seconds left on the power play, it's Lutz. Agnew finds Mead at the point. That gets blocked right back. Nicely done by Coleman defensively. Venable back around behind the net clockwise. That one dribbles out in front on the right pad as this hits off the glass down to the left point, and it sneaks behind Lutz. And out to neutral ice it goes. 25 left on the Friars power play. Ladazinski leaves that one for Jeremy Langbine. Or Michael Langbine, that is. As Lutz trying to rip a shot off, no. As Venable looks to settle it down at the far wing circle. Venable trying to keep the pressure on as they're down by 2 and a whistle. And it looks like the netting came undone, and it did. And that's why we have the play blow dead. Again, just for the side of Fenwick, they'll be on the road to take on Marmion Academy tomorrow at 5:20, and then they'll finish off conference portion of the season on Tuesday the 29th when they will be at home to face Providence Catholic for an 8:50 p.m. puck drop. Showed it now as that one's blocked in front. And that'll do it for the Friars power play. Both teams now at full strength, and a successful penalty kill for the Ice Dons. Zorn, as he comes back out after serving the game misconduct from earlier back in this third period. Spanos Stuck behind the net with the puck. Who's going to come away with it? The Ice Downs do. As Jeremy Langbine lifts this one into the zone for Fenwick. And he gets pushed down, and that's going to be a penalty, and the Ice Downs will go back to the power play. So 2 more minutes of power play action now again for the Ice Downs as we now have under 4 minutes to go. Kameninski, we just saw him go into the box not that long ago, goes back on in. As for him on the season, he's racked up almost as many penalty minutes tonight as he's had all season. He only had 6 penalty minutes served coming into tonight. I think he's already at 4. This would be 6 if my math is correct, which you don't never want to answer that question because it's usually wrong more often than not. But nevertheless, if you're keeping track at home, you'll probably have the better answer than I do at this current time. As on this Ice Downs power play yet again, O'Kane gets taken down. No penalty there. Some of the fans wanted a trip call. As we have 3.5 now to go. A much-needed win here for the Ice Downs as they look to start this back-to-back on a positive note before they welcome in Mount Carmel tomorrow night. O'Kane, I'm going to set things up. He's got Podgorny, Greif, McKiernan out there along with Dylan Coleman, who's playing a little cherry-picking out at the other blue line. O'Kane, will they go to Coleman? Is that one too hot for him to handle? And the Friars flick back out into the Ice Down zone. Podgorny couldn't get the handle and a penalty as they're going to get Podgorny on a trip. As he was trying to get the puck, his stick came down. The Friar defender was in the way. So we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey now for a minute 2. So now McKiernan will go off for a pair. He'll now be serving after this concludes 74 penalty minutes on the season, which leads the Ice Downs in the category of how long have you stayed in the box. And 74 minutes, by the way, is 1 hour and 14 minutes. As I look at my director, Tim Helms, for clarification. And he doesn't even know. Thank you, Tim, for that help. Quite an assist you've made so far tonight on the broadcast. There's 60 minutes in an hour, so then plus 14. Right? 74. Yeah. As that shot off the face-off goes wide, as Tim's still trying to keep count of that. We'll check in with Timmy's math skills later as we get a whistle, and the net came undone from behind. And now we're going to get another penalty as Spanos now heads off to the box for the extracurriculars that happened after the fact. The official essentially just pushing him in the box and just get in there and stop arguing. So now it's going to be 4-on-3 hockey in favor of Providence, as that's going to be a double minor, a 4-minute double minor on Tommy Spanos, who recorded an assist earlier tonight. So 4-on-3 for a minute 51 seconds. So a lot of wide open ice we're about to see. So you've got O'Kane, Podgorny, and Greif out there for the Ice Downs. Venable, Lutz, Mead, and Hoban, I should say Agnew rather, for the Friars. As O'Kane flicks this one down and Friars are unable to keep it in. They'll have to reset. Lutz now with a lot more room on that ice. And now the extra attacker comes out. Bertuca off the ice. So now it'll be a 5-on-3. As Ladazinski makes the glove stop with the left hand. So an empty net. So to make this 5-on-3 hockey in favor of Providence because of that. But keep that in mind here as you see the players out on the ice. Empty net for Fenwick as there's an extra attacker out there. And an extra attacker, by the way, is Jack Fortuna. As this one right off the face-off hits off the Right side there of Greif, and the second chance rebound on the power play. Jack Fortuna puts the Friars within one. So 4-3 our score. Not done here just yet, folks, inside the Mount Prospect Ice Arena. So we'll get one more look at that. As you see, that was Meade with the initial shot. And that just deflected right back to Fortuna, Jack Fortuna that is. So 4-3 our score, and now we're at 4-on-4 hockey. It'll then be a power play in about 10 seconds. Or rather 15, excuse me. Again, double minor on Spanos. And it's cleared back down. Now here comes the true test. As this final penalty from Fenwick's side is done, it'll be 5-on-4 for 3 minutes and 9 seconds, or in this case, the remainder of regulation. Can the Ice Dons hold on? As a mouth guard comes out, it looks like, as Jack Fortuna sets up. Intercepted nicely from O'Kane. There's an empty net, and he is tripped up, and that's going to be a penalty. Extra attacker came out to make it 6-on-4. As the penalty had occurred, and Agnew's going to be sent off. Or are they going to, let's see who they get. They're going to get Jack Fortuna. So Jack Fortuna is going to come off. He could perhaps have made the case for that one being a penalty shot with the clear ice that had O'Kane in front of him. So now we're back to 4-on-4. Assuming that the Friars can win the face, so they'll pull their goalie again for the extra attacker to then make it 5-on-4. So a big break there for the Ice Dons. And that's going to go all the way back down for an icing. And now Bertuga's going to come off, and the extra attacker will be out for the Friars, as his faceoff will be down in the Ice Dons' end. 1.5 minutes to go. McMaster on the faceoff. He'll be against David Hoban. Battle won by the Friars. Lutz at the point. His shot, that just trickles wide of the glove of Ladazinski. You kind of could hear the crowd hold its breath there for a split second as Podgorny flips it around the net. Finds Agnew. Centering pass, no. Hoban's shot, no. Blocked out in front. And this one will stay in. Agnew keeps it in the zone. And now it's Greif. He flicks it off the glass, doesn't get out of the zone. Hoban tees up for a shot. That's wide. Now under a minute to go, and the net comes undone, and the whistle blows, and play is stopped. The drama intensifies as we get some extracurriculars after the play concludes. There's a particular Ice Down that doesn't want him to be playing anymore, as you see on your screen. Officials trying to let this one play out as much as possible. So the face-off will come just outside the blue line on the far side. Agnew to take it against Coleman. Battle won by Coleman. 50 seconds to go. Zorn stuck to the far corner boards. Friars come out with it. Venable gets it behind Agnew. Agnew on his backhand goes back to his forehand. Centering shot, that goes just wide along the blue paint. That's a high-risk play there as Venable gets it right back. Venable behind the net. That puck's still alive, and the whistle goes. And play is stopped. Officials got to stop the play when they cannot see the puck anymore. And Ladazinski standing tall with just a shade over 24 seconds to go. Take one more look at that scramble effort from Ladazinski in net. He's 4-4 on the season, Ladazinski. 89% save percentage, and you're seeing why right there. Lutz and Coleman on the draw. O'Kane trying to come away with it. Extra attacker out for the Friars as they make it a 5-on-4. And that hits off of an ice down that's on the bench. As we get down to the final 22 seconds of play. Ice down trying to hold on for their 8th win of the year. Coleman wins the draw. Again, 5-on-4 for Fenwick despite it being 4-on-4 with the penalties. Empty net extra attacker for the Friars. Goes back to Venable. His shot goes just wide. Left pad save, Ladizinski. 10 seconds left. Shot point there from Mead. No. Gripe controls it at the far corner. Final few seconds are going to tick on off, and that is going to do it. A big scrambling effort in the end, and it's the Ice Dons that come away with the victory here on their home ice at the Mount Prospect Ice Arena. So for the Ice Dons, they go to 8-9-1-3 on the year. They go to now to the 20-point mark of the season, while Fenwick will fall to 2-16-0-2 and stay at 6 points, just above Marist for last in the CCHL. Final score here in varsity action, the Ice Dons 4 and the Friars 3. Again, we're back here tomorrow night for the doubleheader of action as the Friars, they'll be continuing on conference play on tomorrow when they will go to Marmion Academy, while for your Ice Dons, we'll be seeing their doubleheader tomorrow against Mount Carmel. JV game starts at 5:10, senior festivities after that, and then the varsity game will start at around 6:35. So that does it for our broadcast day. For the camera operations of Michael Anderson and our director, Tim Helms, I'm Ryan Fay signing off. This has been Ice Dons Hockey on the Notre Dame College Prep Ice Dons Broadcast Network. See you tomorrow.